Hey, Juniors fans. Welcome to the Pucknut Montreal Junior Report for January 13th, 2011. Montreal Juniors remain ranked number 5 in the BMO CHL Top 10 rankings, and they're kept company by a few other Q teams, including number 1 St. John, number 4 Quebec, and number 10 Gatineau. The Juniors also remain atop the TELUS West Division. However, Gatineau's caught fire. They've won 9 in a row, and they've cut the Juniors' lead to just 3 points, even though the Juniors still got 2 games in hand. Coming into this new year, the Juniors have struggled a bit. They've only won 2 of their last 6 games since the Christmas break. This past weekend, they hosted Val-d'Or on Saturday afternoon and Gatineau on Sunday. They split that homestand. They defeated Val-d'Or 6-4, but they lost to their rival Gatineau 5-3 on Sunday afternoon. In both games, the Juniors spotted their opponent to first period 3-0 lead. They came back in both cases. That was good enough against Val-d'Or, but not quite good enough against a very hot Gatineau team. The 2 points are great, but the team only held the lead for one of the 6 periods played over the weekend. But help is on the way. Pascal Vincent, junior coach and GM, has pulled the trigger on 4 deals. Now, that was at last week's trade deadline, including acquiring big Victor Hertzberg from Cape Breton. Let's hear what the coach has to say.
Well, we wanted to add some skills, like you said, and what I mean by skills is offensive skills. And Hertzberg was a target that we had before the trading period opened. So we negotiated with Cape Breton and different teams. We had some other guys as well, but Hertzberg was a guy that we wanted. So we paid a high price because Kindle was blooming. The last 10 games it was pretty good, and actually he was playing up to his potential, but that was the price to pay.
Now, Hertzberg, he looked great on the weekend. He scored a couple of goals against Val-d'Or, played a lot alongside Louis Leblanc, fresh back from the World Junior Championships. But as you can see from this video, he took a nasty hit from Artem Sergeyev, and he's going to be out for a little while. Here's Louis standing up for his new teammate. But hopefully, Louis doesn't have to do this for too much longer because there is some help on the way. That comes in the form of Raphael Pouliot, who's coming in from Shawinigan, Alex Lemieux, who's coming in from the Halifax Mooseheads, and defenseman Jean-Laurent Beauchemin, who's coming in from PEI. Now here you can see Hertzberg looking kind of hurt. He's got a concussion, and right now he's shut down, but hopefully he'll be back soon. Now Pouliot and Lemieux, they've both been known to drop the gloves on occasion. Let's hear what the coach has to say about them.
We wanted also some size on the ends. We wanted a presence, and Pouliot was a guy we wanted, so we're quite excited to have him on our team. He can not only protect some other guys, but also being a presence, being a force. He can play power play, PK. He's got pretty good hockey sense. We wanted to add some one defenseman just to make sure in case there's too many injuries in the playoffs, but we wanted a guy with experience, with a guy that's got good feet and good size. Beauchemin was a target that we had, and finally we wanted some fire, some intensity in the dressing room on the ice, and Lemieux is the right guy we wanted. He's got that fire in himself.
He's very excited to come home after what was a tough time for him in Halifax. How are you going to use him differently than how he was used in Halifax?
Well, we'll see. I mean, we have a veteran team this year. He's going to be a support player. But those support players can make a huge difference in big games. So we're going to give him some time to adjust. Because we're playing a different system than Halifax. So he's got to adjust to what we're trying to do. And when he's going to feel comfortable, we'll see his real potential. But it's just it's a matter of giving him some time, being patient. He's only 18 years old. What we expect from him is to work hard. That's all we expect from him. To learn to be focused, to ask questions if he has to be a good teammate. But right now, all we're asking from him is to work hard.
Okay. You've been hit by the injury bug. When we were talking earlier, you mentioned it's only been a few games this year where you played with the full lineup. What's the status of some of the injuries that you have right now?
Well, the only one we're sure 100% is going to be back mid-February is Aubry. Because it's a finger and it's just a matter of time. The other guys, we have 3 guys with concussions. So, and that you never know. It could take a week, 2 weeks, it could take a month, it could take the rest of the season. So,
That's Rose, Hertzberg, and Lefebvre.
that's correct. So we don't know what's going to happen there. You know, we've played only 2 games with our full lineup this season, and we talked about that. And somebody sent me a report yesterday. About 10 or 12 players on our team has missed about 96 games so far. And these players are key players. What I mean by key players, they're all important players, but guys that are playing over 17 minutes a game. So that's a lot of games. That's a lot of hockey, especially when you've played only 40-some games. But that's okay. As long as we're healthy for the playoffs, that's what we're wishing for.
Okay, I have one more question for you before you head. Two more questions. How are you going to? The team is going on the road now for a couple of games, and then down east later this month. You've had a lot of success at home. It's been a little bit tougher on the road. With all these injuries and with integrating new players, how are you going to manage that, especially playing away from Verdun?
Well, we had a good practice. We had a video session. We're trying to get back to basic a little bit when you have a new team. What you're trying to is to make that team gel first, make sure they understand the vision of the team, what we're trying to do, the big lines of what we try to achieve and how we're going to do it, because that's really the question they have is, okay, we want to achieve this and that, but how are we going to get there? So we're slowly teaching the new guys, but it's a new environment, new billet, new coach, new dressing room, new teammates, new jerseys. So there's a lot of new things in their life, so step by step. And with those injuries, playing on the road, we just got to play a smart and intense hockey game and being disciplined, because I think we have the potential to still win some games, even though we have a lot of injuries.